Well, hello, adventurer, and welcome to the Storytime Tavern. If you're here, I assume you're in search of more than just a drink. Well, I'll grab you one anyway, and in the meantime, sit tight. I'm sure a story or two will find its way to you soon.
The tavern keeper turns, walks away to get your ale, as you hear the tavern door behind you creak open slowly. You turn around to see what it is, and there's a frail gentleman just peeking his head in. He's got a scruffy beard, not long or big or anything like that, just scruffy enough to know it hasn't been well maintained. He's got big, thick glasses on, and he's looking around as if he's nervous, maybe even scared to come in here. After a short minute, he works up the courage, apparently opens the door, looks around the room, locks eyes with you. He runs over to you, sits down at the stool next to you so fast he almost falls out. He looks at you and says, "Oh, so, you're an adventurer, yeah? Well, if that's the case, I'm guessing you're here for the story. I mean, this is the Storytime Tavern after all. Anyway, I've got a story. It's rather hard to believe. I didn't quite believe it myself, even though I saw it with my own eyes. Anyway, so I'm a collector, right? I collect rare things. And a couple nights ago, I had left my house towards the wooded area, pretty close by, and I was looking for a rare herb. This herb was rather interesting. It glows blue when it's nighttime, and when it's daytime, it emits an orangish hue. Why this is, no one really knows. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's not important. Anyway, as I was looking, it was kind of hard to search in the day, so I waited until it fell nighttime, and the moon started to come out. Around that time, I started to hear screams coming from somewhere towards the mountains. I don't know what possessed me to go searching. I'm not adventurous and I'm not brave like your kind of people are. But I did. After a short walk, as I got closer to the mountains, I found a cave entrance. There were big, deep footprints leading out of the cave. These footprints, they weren't human. They were sinister, if that makes any sense. And there was a trail behind them, as if whatever this massive thing was dragging something behind. I figured the danger is probably gone, but I was still hearing some moaning coming from inside, so I decided to check it out. When I got to the main opening inside the cave, there were 4 or 5 people, each one just scattered around the room. There were feet stuck on the walls, heads buried halfway into the ground, and there were these creatures in there that were feasting on the remains. It's hard to explain what these creatures look like, but I found a dead one as I was running away, and I kept it. He looks around the room quickly, pulls out a pouch to his left, opens it up, and he slides out this rather large jar. Inside this jar, you can see a thick yellowy substance. But more important than that, floating inside that substance is what looks like a severed human head. Kinda. Some of the features are overly exaggerated. The right eye is 3 times the size of a normal human's eye. The mouth carries a wicked, sinister grin. The cheeks are sunken in almost to the point you can see the bone structure entirely. The skin is all cracking, almost like a thick leather. And where its ears are supposed to be, you see 2 featherless, dark wings. He stuffs it inside his bag. I don't know what happened, but as they were feasting, the normal heads started to change. I saw the skin sucking and the wings growing from where the ears were, and then they started to chase me. I picked up this one head that I saw in front of me, the head I just showed you, and I ran. And I've been running and running until I got here. Sorry, that's all I have to adventure, but I really hope you can help somehow. With that, he gets up and rushes out as fast as he can. As you watch him speed out of the tavern, you're left with almost no time to think about what happened. Before you hear the slamming of a stein behind you, you whip around and see the tavern keeper and an ale in front of you. Well, adventurer, it would appear that you have found your story. What you do with this information is up to you. Enjoy your ale and be safe out there, adventurer. But of course, not too safe.